It's always funny when corporate shills are raging at gamers for not buying the latest slop, and for questioning the narrative. Oh, how dare you do that? You must be such a chud. So we got Asmongold getting called out. This is a devastating day for the guy. It's never happened to him before. What's he gonna do? Well, Asmongold did respond. Let's get the context. I taken a look at the tweet he's responding to, that being from Andy Cortez. This guy who I believe works on Kinda Funny podcast or something like that. Also used to work at Rooster Teeth, which really adds up, actually. That's not surprising at all. This guy, Andy Cortez, writes, some Asmongold fans came into our YouTube chat because we liked Mixtape. I promise you, we don't care that you hate our content, lol. If someone said, KF sucks. Also, I watch a racist, rotting subhuman that's ugly as heck talk for hours a day. Dude, good. LMAO. Stay away from us. Stay away from us, please. I'm laughing at the end there because I could already imagine, like, as this dude's typing it out, it's literally the meme with, like, the mask in front. Like, I'm not mad. He's, like, seething behind the mask. So they were doing their show, KF meaning Kinda Funny. They're doing their show. They get some people that are trolling them. Apparently they're Asmongold fans. I don't know if that's confirmed or not. That's what they're saying, though. And then he wants to tweet about it. He rages on Twitter, tags Asmongold, also ends up locking the responses as well. And let's take a look at some of the clips from this show. But first, I've had Asmon's response on screen. I know I've been blocking it the whole time. Thank you for your patience. Here we go. Let's take a look. Asmon goes on to write, if you tag me in a post like this, it lets me reply, by the way. I know when you make a post with limited replies, the intent is to create a safe space where no one can be mean to you, so I thought you should know. If you need any more Twitter or YouTube advice, feel free to ask. Well, it seems like Andy Cortez didn't like this response. He didn't like the offer. Oh, by the way, check out this immense ratio. This is crazy. Asmon got 52,000 likes. Andy Cortez initial tweet, 5,700 likes. And it only gets worse from there. Because as mentioned, Andy Cortez wasn't happy with Asmon's response. He actually made not just one, not just two, but 3 responses. The first one, with 3,600 likes, reads, you replying isn't the problem. It's your fans that shout out every racist/homophobic slur in the book. You allow them to exist in your community because you're racist and you love them being there. They're the backbone of your career, and I'm just avoiding them wherever I can. Then he says, so many slurs in the replies and DMs from the racist cockroach and his racist fans, lol lol. Yeah, there's the mask again. You won't say these slurs because you're scared to do it. Weird that you wouldn't reply to me pointing out that you're totally accepting of all these racists in your community. Why is that? And then the final tweet says, I worded that incorrectly. Asmongold wasn't in my DMs and replies, just his worshippers. But why would someone be so welcoming of so many racists in their fan base? We're going to return to all of that. Let's get some more context, though. This seems to be what got this guy criticized to begin with recently. On May 7th, Kinda Funny tweeted this. Mixtape is a masterpiece. Yeah, already that's laughable. But we also have a 48-second long clip to go along with it. This is going to be good. Let's take a look.
You start this game up, and immediately, I'm just infatuated with it. Pretty soon,
Oh my gosh, dude. Actually face-palming.
you won't be listening to music. You'll be listening to who you were. And that, I just got chills saying it.
Oh my gosh. I don't like pausing when I react to stuff. I don't like pausing like a lot. I tried to let the clips play for a while, but I gotta dial it back and like play that back. Hold on a second. Did they really just say that?
You start this game up, and immediately, I'm just infatuated with it. Pretty soon, you won't be listening to music. You'll be listening to who you were. And that, I just got chills saying it.
That might actually be the cringiest thing I've ever heard anyone say about Mixtape. And there's been a lot of cringe about this game. But I'm infatuated. Soon, you're not going to listen to music. You're going to listen to who you were. Dude, what is this? I'm 14 and this is deep, except these are grown men. And then saying you're getting chills. You're getting chills. It's like the freaking IGN guy who was like the Miles Morales thing.
The way he leaps off of rooftops and flips backwards to face the camera before falling into a headfirst dive is just full of the exaggerated swagger of a black teen. It gives me goosebumps every time he does it.
What is wrong with these people?
Saying it. You set in, and that is the thesis statement of this video game. I can't say it's anything but a masterpiece. This to me is a 10 out of 10 on the Kinda Funny scale.
This is a 10 out of 10. You know, this is a masterpiece. This is a game that I don't know if there's ever been a game I've played that I'm like, I could recommend this to anybody.
There is a level of something there in the subject matter.
How is this not a parody? How is this not a bit? They're like actually serious about this.
That weirdly isn't for me. Like,
Interesting.
I'm not connecting with it on as deep of a level as you guys, and it might be era, it might be age, it might be like I did not grow up as a white kid in the 90s, right? That said, I still think it's a very special game that I recommend to anybody.
For the record, most white kids that grew up in the 90s hate this game too. This game had like a concurrent player count of 2K. Excuse me, 2.2K. All right, I'll give them the extra 200. They need that 10%. Let me rephrase that a little bit too. I could phrase that better, because most people who are white kids in the 90s, they don't even know that this game exists. Of the ones that do, they don't like this game. That's why almost no one bought this game. Almost no one's playing this game. Of the people that even know that it's a thing, they don't even want it either. But then you have these corporate shills, these corporate journalists, and their buddies, not just saying that they like the game. They're not saying like, hey, the game was pretty good. No, they're saying this is a 10 out of 10. They're saying that it's like infatuating and it's so deep and all this other really cringe stuff. And that takes us to the second clip. They got a response here that says, kinda corporate games, drops yet another video game hot take. Quote, Mixtape is a masterpiece, referring to the clip that we just saw, of course. But they include another clip, 16-second long clip here, where they're saying like Dragon Age the Veilguard is a great video game. Of course they would. Of course they would say that.
Number 9. Dragon Age the Veilguard.
Timothy,
Hit me.
Dragon Age The Veilguard is a great video game.
Oh my gosh, dude. Everything about that. They're clapping, the music, the ending there. It's a great video game, and it was like literally trash. Literal trash game. Once again, it's uncanny how like every clip of these people seems like it would be a parody. If they were doing a bit, this would actually be pretty dang good. This would be pretty hilarious, but they're, once again, sorry to sound like a broken record, but they're serious. Actually, I think that's Andy Cortez right there, the guy that was just arguing with Asmongold, right there on the far right of the table. So kind of funny, by the way, is a company founded in 2013. These guys apparently regularly get criticism for takes like we've seen in this video, for being corporate shills. But Andy Cortez wants to say that Asmongold's fans are sending all this nasty stuff to him, and that Asmongold is somehow responsible for this. He wants Asmongold to be the internet police. Well, of course, that's not Asmon's job. He is not the internet police. I doubt he wants to be. And then on top of that, people, of course, are going to be skeptical if this even happened. People in companies like this that get criticized for being corporate shills in the past, they have been caught over and over again lying about this stuff or even showing the messages, but it turns out they're fabricated literally by them or their friends on burner accounts. And then on occasion, when we've seen that these sort of messages are actually real, like definitely verified, well, it's always like a fringe example. It's like a few cherry-picked comments that they then try to use to misrepresent all the criticism that they've been getting because, again, they have like no response to this stuff. It's a desperate tactic from an overused playbook that we're all familiar with. And lastly, whether this stuff happened or didn't happen, it's either way, once again, not Asmon's job to be the internet police. And it's odd that Andy Cortez, this grown man, bro's probably well into his 40s, wants to go on Twitter.com looking like a literal Karen. Weird stuff. I'll leave it there. Let me know what you think. Thank you for tuning in. Have a great week, and I'll see you in the next one.